I like, and I hope you like it too. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the final 4 hours. The final 4 hours. The final 4 hours before I submitted my manuscript to the publishing company. Actually, I'm self-publishing, but the publishing company that's going to be printing my book, I submitted my manuscript last week. So before we get into all of that, if you want to see more videos from me, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. And if you want to know when I drop a brand new video on YouTube, hit the post notification bell right there. So for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about my new book, No Cross, No Crown, A Journey Through Autism, Bullying, and Spiritual Warfare. This book is going to be the bomb! And it's going to be available December 2020, just before Christmas. I'm so excited about this book. I really am, because it took a lot of time. It took a lot of energy. It took a lot of emotion. It was just very, very rewarding. So the editor finished her part, and I received an email that said to submit my manuscript by September the 18th so it could be available for Christmas. Because actually August, September, this is really the busiest time of year for publishing companies because there are a lot of people trying to get their books done and everything. So September the 18th was the deadline. So 24 hours before the deadline, I was going through the chapters, perusing, just making sure, everything looked right, making sure I didn't want to add anything or take anything out, all those good things. So for some reason, as I was going through the book, my computer just went blue screen, sad face, and there was some kind of error message. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? When I rebooted the computer back up, I couldn't find my manuscript. Oh my Lord, what the heck? So I went back to the email. I couldn't pull up my email. I couldn't find it in Microsoft Word. I was like, this cannot be happening. Oh my goodness. So cut the computer off and booted it back up, and I still couldn't find it. I waited about 30 minutes because apparently it was doing some kind of crazy update or something. So when I opened it back up, after it finished updating, I still couldn't find it. I was sweating bullets. I was just like, I felt faint. I felt lightheaded. I felt like I was just going to die. Seriously. Because I worked so hard on this book. God. So anyway, opened it back up, and finally everything was back to normal. Well, at least I thought it was back to normal. So I went to the editor button on the document, and I clicked the editor button just to, just make sure that everything was still right. And when the editor gave it back to me, it was like, fine. When I opened the editor button, there were like 99 grammar errors, 99 plus punctuation, 99 plus vocabulary, 99 concisement errors, all of this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So adding it all together, that's like 500 corrections I needed to make. What happened to my original document? You know what? The devil is busy. The adversary will try to get you at the last minute. I mean, if it's the last thing he tries to do, the devil is busy. Nipping at me, trying to make sure I did not submit this book. But you know what? I was not standing for it. I stood strong, and I was going to submit that book no matter what. Somehow, computer went blue screen again. Opened it back up, and everything was back to normal. Editor, everything was fine. So I was, whew, thank God. That was drama right there. So I had my mom to come downstairs, and I put it on voice reader. So when I put it on voice reader, it actually reads the book from Microsoft Word for me, and I can listen really good to see if I hear anything that doesn't sound right, or if I want to change something, or if I want to add something, because I knew there were some things I wanted to add and some things I wanted to take out. Did that. My mom sat there the whole time and listened to the whole book from chapter 1 to the very end. I actually was sitting there with my notepad. Then I laid down on my bed, my notepad. I was taking notes. I was like, okay, I got to go back to this, got to go back to that. And I fell asleep. So I didn't hear anything after chapter 2. After chapter 2, I didn't hear anything. So I had to actually go back and just kind of peruse things a little bit more. But the final 4 hours, it was 8 o'clock at night on Friday, the 18th. And at that time, I was going through, I knew I had to go back through chapter 10. I knew I had to go back through chapter 12. And, you know, there were some things I wanted to add and take out, but I had until 11:59. So I set my clock to make sure that I had it out on time. So I set it for 11:30, 11:35, 11:45, 11:50, 11:55, and 11:59. So I had 6 time sets for this manuscript to make sure that I was on target to get this thing out. So I went back and went through the chapters, did all my adding and whatnot, and I was sweating. And it was like 8 o'clock. And 8 o'clock, I was trying to get through chapter 10, and 9 o'clock came around, and I was still in chapter 10, and 9:30 hit, and I was still in chapter 10. I was like, oh my God, I gotta get to chapter 12. So I finished up chapter 10, went to chapter 12, and it was just taking so long because it was so emotional. And as I was reading, I was crying, and I was like having this emotional fit. And that's how you know you wrote a really good book. When you go back and read it and you know what's coming next. You know what's in chapter 10. You know what's in chapter 12. You know what's coming next. And you still cry. That's a good book. I was just crying and laughing and just going through this emotional craziness. It was just so crazy. But it was really very heartfelt. And I'm really happy that I was able to really reread some of the things because it was definitely deep. It was very, very deep. So 11:30 hit, and then 11:35, then 11:40, then 11:45. Finally, it was 11:50. And at 11:50, okay, I have 10 more minutes to wrap it all up. And it seemed like there was so much stuff I needed to still do. So I left it alone. 11:59 hit, and I said, okay. I prayed about it, and I hit the send button. Boom. And there it went. And I felt a sense of peace, a sigh of relief. It was over. I actually did it. And I was free. I was free from that because I accomplished it and it was done. So that was my experience. It was really, really emotional for me. It was exciting at the same time, but there's no way I can really describe the feeling of completion, just having it done. And it felt so good. That was the final 4 hours for me prior to submitting my manuscript. The manuscript has been submitted and it is absolutely 100% ready to go. So I'm really excited, guys. I hope you guys stay excited about this book because it is definitely worth being excited about. It's coming in December and I can't even explain. I'm just like so ready to launch the book. I'm going to be planning and organizing my launch party, which is going to be online live. I'm not sure if it's going to be on YouTube or it's going to be on Facebook or how I'm going to do it. I might have a couple launch parties. I don't know. But either way, it's going to be at least 30 days before the book actually launches itself. So I will keep you all abreast and keep you posted. Oh, and I'm so excited. I wanted to tell you guys, I'm going to be starting a new series called REVAMP. REVAMP is Revelations of an Autism Mom Professional because I am an autism mom. So I'm going to be giving a lot of information that's not in my book. The little teeny intricate details that a lot of parents have questions about, things that I've experienced, things that I've learned, things that I know from a medical professional standpoint, from a nutritional standpoint, all of those good things. I'm going to be discussing all of those different things. I might do it once a week, maybe twice a week. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm definitely going to start with once a week. So this Friday, I'll be introducing my new series, REVAMP, Revelations of Autism Mom Professional, and I'm going to be filming my very first vlog for that REVAMP series on Monday. So look forward to that, guys. Tune in and make sure that you let all your friends know. If anyone that you know has children with autism, or you know parents that may be interested in something like this, please keep them posted and make sure that you guys connect with me on Friday for my introduction and on Monday for my first vlog. So until then, guys, peace.